Hello and welcome. You are listening to the At Home with Ifeno podcast. This podcast is for anyone, male and female, who believes that the home is the cornerstone and foundation of a flourishing society and a better world. Here, we'll guide you through the intricate journey of building a home that's not just a physical space. Whether you are single, preparing to share your life with another, a couple cultivating a shared dream, or parents tending to the garden of their children's hearts. Every other week, we'll talk about topics like practical tips on managing family finances, creating a beautiful home, conversations on courtship, marriage, parenting, and much more. The At Home with Ifeno podcast offers a rich tapestry of inspiration and support. Join us as we explore creating homes where love resides, families thrive in wisdom, and the seeds of a brighter future are sown, just as God intended. Hello, and welcome to At Home with Ifeno podcast. How are you today? Wow, we are in the month of May, the fifth month. So how are you doing? I just want to start by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are connecting with us globally. Thank you, my wonderful listeners. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. So if any of these things I've said you have not yet done, please just do that, subscribe. And I'll really encourage us to comment in the comment section. It makes me realize that I'm not speaking to myself, that I am not alone, that you are learning something. So please just drop a comment, maybe what you have learned in today's episode, or if you have a question, and I will respond. Yes, we will respond to your comments. Thank you. So how are you doing? How is the family? How is work? How is business? How is your spouse? How are the children? If you notice, I asked about your spouse, how your spouse is, before I ask about your children. Today's focus is going to be bringing us back to the basics of marriage. Many times we get so busy, trying to pay the bills, trying to give the children their attention, trying to sort out so many things. And unconsciously, there's this drift that comes apart, that brings us apart as couples. And At Home with Ifeno is here today to see how we can bridge that gap. We can remind ourselves of why we got married, or just make sure that we are not visitors sleeping on the same bed as couples. So get that sweet spot, that corner. If you are driving, please listen with your hands free. Wherever you are, your listening attention will do you a lot of good, and your time invested in listening to today's episode would be worth the while. So before we begin today's conversation, I want to ask a quiet question, a question that we should meditate about. So when was the last time you and your spouse actually sat down and talked, not about your children, not about money matters, not about responsibilities, who is supposed to do what? When did you both last sit down, looking eyeball to eyeball, and just talked about yourselves? And before I continue today's conversation, I just want to say, Ifeno is on the same journey. Sometimes you get some instructions and message, that you have to deliver. And the messenger, who Ifeno is also part of the recipient of that message. So I want to say that today's topic, and many of the topics I share with us, I am also a recipient, of the message. I am also on the same journey with many of us. So what I'm going to share is something, yes, I've started, but it doesn't mean I have gotten everything completely right. But when you just realize that what is going on here, what's happening. So if anyone is aware that today's topic is something that we must be intentional about. Like I said, I've started the journey. Yes, we have not perfected it as it should, but we are already on that journey. So when was the last time, like I said, you're not talking about, the children this, or even your parents or siblings or something that is taking your time, not about coordinating the house, not managing the day, how the weekend for the children is going to be, just connecting with you and your spouse, husband and wife, looking at themselves. Do you know that some of us, it's been a while we actually sat down and looked at our spouse, looked into their face, looked at how their face is, and discovered that some people already have gray hair. Honestly, today's topic is very, very, very critical for restoring our marriage, and it's something to take seriously. So please, let's be open and be malleable, be flexible, be ready to unlearn and relearn where is necessary, and our marriages will be stronger and better, because when our marriages are stronger, it has a ripple effect on our children's well-being, consciously and unconsciously. Because sometimes in our marriage, there might be nothing so dramatic that goes on. There's no betrayal, no major crisis, but slowly and quietly, life becomes full. Life becomes busy. Like I said, children need your attention. Your work needs, a lot of increase, demands, family responsibility multiplying, whether it's immediate or extended family. And before you realize it, dear listener, the person you once talked to for hours becomes the person you mostly just give updates about things that are going on. You are still partners, you are still married. Like I said, there is no infidelity, there is no, big drama, but you are raising a family, agree? You are sharing the same home, you are sleeping in the same room or whatever, but the connection that once felt effortless now requires intention. And if we are honest, many of us couples are not fighting. We are just simply drifting apart. Some months ago, I had a guest on At Home with Ifeno, and our topic was emotional divorce, the slow drift apart. Please, you can look for it. My guest was Dr. Oladipo, yes, and it was an amazing time with him. So there's this slow drift apart, and it happens quietly. We are always postponing, we will go on a date as couples, we will do this, we'll do that. But before you know what, before it gets to being an empty nester, please, we need to see how we can maintain our connection as couples before the slow drift comes in and tears us apart. It tears us apart, and we begin to struggle. We start asking, where did time go that the connection wasn't there? So today's episode is an invitation to gently interrupt this drift. Not with something so complicated, not with a dramatic, marriage reset. I'm not telling you that, you are just going to change like that. No, but with something small. It's a suggestion I'm going to give us, and we could try it. it's an experiment, and I'm sure we will drop in the comment section, even if it's months after today's episode, to give your testimony of what is happening back at home. Just something simple but deeply powerful. And I call it the Sacred 15. 15 intentional minutes a day that can slowly rebuild warmth, safety, and friendship in marriage. I asked my husband not too long ago, I said, what happened to MTN extra cool time when we were cutting before we got married? We will do extra cool and talk before you know what, it's already morning. And everybody has to go to work and go and do what we needed to do. But now that we are married, it is a struggle, and it is not good, dear listener. It's not something to laugh off. It's something to be very, very intentional and serious about. Sometimes protecting our marriage does not require grand gestures, does not require big things. It's not only during the vacation. It requires small moments which are protected consistently. Okay, you did it on Monday, you had time with your husband or your wife, no TV, no phones, just talking about yourselves, what is really going on. And I will say, please, our men, our husbands, we know you don't talk a lot like many of us wives, but we want you to not just give, that answer, I'm fine. We want you to talk. If we're asking, what is draining you? What is taking so much from you? Where are you feeling, overburdened or weary? Know that your wife is asking you with a large heart that is wanting to share that burden with you. Please, let's communicate. Let's not just give the default answer. My day went well. What really happened? What happened over meetings? Where were you wondering what decisions to take, even for your family? So if we don't intentionally take out this time and protect it and consistently do it, you did it on Monday, okay, Tuesday you couldn't do it on Wednesday. Yes, it could start inconsistently, but if your heart is in it, you'll definitely find out that there will be a rhythm that would, come up, and with consistency, you just find out that your connection is not wide apart. You are still together beyond the normal routine, that comes every day. So wherever you are listening from today, I want you to settle in and let's talk about reclaiming connection in marriage. The Sacred 15, reclaiming connection in marriage. Most marriages don't just break because of hatred, like I said. They break because of the drift, the slow drift apart. There's no scandal, no big explosion, just gradual distance. Two good people, that had a common vision, that they were so excited, in the same house, raising children. Yes, they are doing their responsibilities, paying bills, sleeping on the same bed in the same room. But emotionally, that's where the big drift happens. Emotionally, many of us couples are miles apart. And if we're honest, dear listeners, sometimes it doesn't even look like a crisis. Many of us will be saying, if I know there's no problem, we're okay, we are in talking terms, we don't have we don't presently have arguments, or you just feel that, yes, even if you have grievances, you have made up, but there's this connection, and you just look back at yourselves when you were courting before you got married and how you looked forward to seeing yourselves. So do you still have that connection? Are you just dragging your feet to come back home, So it looks like tiredness. Sometimes these drifts I'm talking about looks like tiredness, We just feel there's no crisis, there's nothing that looks like there is a problem, but you used to talk. But now we are just coordinating. We are looking like, just it looks like a business partnership. You used to laugh, and now it's more like giving an update, what happened, to the children, what is happening at work, just giving updates, and that is it. You used to connect, but now it's just looking like you are just managing yourselves. And then one day, you wake up and you realize we didn't fall out of love. Yeah, we didn't fall out of love. What happened was that we just stopped nurturing the love and the connection. That's where the big deal is. That's where the real work comes in. Because marriage is work, dear listener. If anyone tells you that, oh, happily ever after ending, it will just happen, it will not. So you need to nurture your marriage. That is what the Sacred 15, reclaiming connection in marriage. We want the connection, the emotional connection in our marriages to be restored. So we don't need a vacation always for this to happen. Yes, therapy is good, but this is not about necessarily therapy or a dramatic change or reset. Just 15 minutes. That's Sacred 15. It's 15 minutes a day. And I'm going to show you, what this small time frame, what this timing can do to protect your marriage. That is the big deal. We don't want the slow drift in our marriages. We don't want that emotional disconnection. We are not here. It's not a transactional relationship. No, we want something that connects us, and that despite the responsibility and the work we need to put in to raise families, we can't pretend that it's going to be easy. But that's intentionality. And if one person is lagging behind the other person, that is why two are better than one. So our marriages don't just collapse overnight. You can ask even those of us that our parents are still here and are together, you can ask them. They could honestly tell you how it felt when everyone, left the house. Some people might not have been having it so easy. So marriages don't just collapse suddenly. It erodes quietly. The children come, work pressure, like we have said, increases, church commitment, extended family responsibilities, financial stress. Oh, I need to do how many jobs to meet up, especially for us in this season of managing homes, growth expectations, our children. Connection becomes optional if we are not careful, and that is not how it's supposed to be. But here is what I have learned, and I'm still learning, is that connection is not automatic in marriage. Connection doesn't just happen. After the honeymoon and the butterflies and everything, when reality sets in and a lot of responsibilities come, you find out that for you to be in connection with your spouse, it has to be intentional. Love may begin effortlessly, like I said, but intimacy has to be maintained deliberately. Your intimacy with your spouse, it has to be deliberate. You have to plan towards it. You have to look forward to it. It will not just happen. And here's the truth that many of us couples don't realize, that building this emotional intimacy, it doesn't happen accidentally. No. If you don't create time and space, distance will fill this gap. If we don't intentionally, and that's why I have come up with this topic that says the Sacred 15 minutes every day. 15 minutes. If we don't intentionally create the space for connection with our spouse, what will fill it? Distance. there is no vacuum, distance, and then you see us, we are still in the house, but we are miles away. We are not connecting. So what is this sacred 15? The sacred 15 is simple. Every single day, you and your spouse will spend 15 uninterrupted minutes together. Just 15 minutes. If you like, you can put a timer. So not in the same room scrolling like what is happening in our homes today. If you are very very observant, you'll find out that a time comes when everybody's faces are down, looking at their phones or looking at their screens, their laptop. So this 15 minutes, no TV and no discussing of bills. We're not going to be talking about children, just the two of you. Eye contact, presence, conversation for 15 minutes, dear listener. And some people will say, if I know what's so special about this 15 minutes. I don't know, but I believe that 15 minutes is not too much for you to start giving excuses, and it is small enough to be realistic. So I didn't say 30 minutes or 1 hour, just 15 minutes. Like my topic says, the sacred 15. And the purpose of this sacred 15 is to reclaim connection in our marriage. We want to take that connection back and we want to retain it. We want to restore our connection as couples beyond the routine and the things we do that we feel, okay, we are still together. So it's small enough to be realistic, and it's powerful enough to rebuild connection, because if you do it consistently every day. So emotional safety grows through time. You need just little moments. It doesn't need to be large. If we say 1 hour, some of us might be like, oh, I have many other things to do. So that's why I just want to be as realistic as possible. 15 minutes, let's try it. 15 minutes starting from today. So if we take 15 minutes every day for 7 days in a week, we'll come to have 105 minutes weekly for you and your dear spouse. And that's nearly 2 hours of connection that never existed before. So I want you to look at it. Maybe before, you just, how was your day? Fine. How are you? Fine. Those short responses, they don't even take up to 5 minutes. And everybody is either they are looking at the screen, TV or whatever. And before you know what, you are in bed, and like that, it continues. That default mode continues. But when you do this intentionally, like I said, all distractions taken, and you're not talking about other people, this is just you and your spouse. And if anyone is saying, if I don't know what to talk about, don't worry, I would suggest what you can talk about. But the first thing is just look at your spouse's face. Look at their eyes, their nose. Look at how they have changed over the years. For those that have been married for years now. For Ifeno, we are tilting towards our 20th year by God's grace very soon. So years have passed, and responsibilities might have clouded the way you see yourself. So this is intentionality. So just imagine that 2 hours of connection that never existed before this sacred 15 is now here. And this is not small. And I want to say it is sacred. And when it's sacred, it means that there will be no distraction. You are religiously going to follow this. Even if you didn't do it the next day, continue, every other day or whatever, over and over. And gradually it will become a habit. So why is it that we have stopped connecting? Let's be honest about our reasons. The first one I would say is that we have grown tired. We have become tired, especially with the seasons of parenting young children. Sometimes it's like I need to catch my breath, but I have learned about setting priorities right, top 3 priorities, like I say to my stay-at-home moms, top 3 priorities for the day, because you cannot do everything. If not, you wear yourself out, and that's very detrimental to your well-being. And so you don't want to have leftovers for you and your spouse. So many times we are tired, especially when we are raising young children. Secondly, many times we just assume that proximity equals connection. Like I said, oh, we are in the same house, we sleep in the same room, so there's no problem. No, you need to intentionally spend time together as a couple. So being in the same house is not the same as being emotionally available. That's one of the reasons. Many of us just assume that because we are together in the house, we are in the same house, that we are okay, we are fine. And then 3, we avoid vulnerability. This one, many of us, I'm sorry to say, our men, many of our husbands, they find it difficult to be vulnerable. Sometimes, we don't talk about unspoken disappointments. We are carrying a lot of things in our hearts. Unforgiveness many times even creeps in, and we do not know. But we need to change this pattern. It's not healthy for us as a couple and as couples. It's not healthy for even our children, because we'll find out that this is going to have a positive ripple effect if we take the Sacred 15 very seriously. And then we get to prioritize every other thing apart from our attention. We prioritize our children, our work, church activities, religious activities, but our marriage gets leftovers. What an irony. And marriage is the foundation of the children that came, So we need to get our priorities right. The family our home is built on the relationship between husband and wife. So when our marriage is warm, when our marriage is connected emotionally, then our home will feel safe. Many of us parents, we are stretched out, we are tired, and because we are not connecting, we now snap out at the children. There's tension, the children are not understanding what's going on. It's because our marriage has become cold, and we need to intentionally do our parts using this Sacred 15 minutes every day. So let's have a reset in our heart and mind, and let's not see it as something that cannot be done. If our hearts are open, then change is inevitable, even for our marriage and our union. So this Sacred 15, I would like to say that the Sacred 15 is not a time to fix your spouse, dear listener. This Sacred 15 is not a time to start analyzing and telling your spouse, you are not doing this, you are doing this. No, that's not the purpose. This Sacred 15 is not about criticizing. It's not about interrogating your spouse. It's not about, rehearsing past offenses, or a time to be discussing logistics, how you are going to take the children or go somewhere. It is about you. This Sacred 15 is not a meeting. This Sacred 15 is a reconnection between husband and wife. And it is where you ask questions like, okay, how are you feeling, my dear? Whatever you call your spouse, how are you feeling? What is draining you lately? What is becoming so heavy, for you to be able to handle, be it at work or business? It's about you encouraging yourself. It's about you thinking about how you can work as a team. It's about gentleness, about curiosity. It's about remembering that before you became co-parents of your children, that you are companions, that you are friends. It's about making fun and jokes. That is what this Sacred 15 is. So if you are thinking, what am I going to be doing for 15 minutes? The first thing, just start the 15 minutes and then you know what to do. It's not about survival talk. It's about stirring up even future conversations, things that you had a vision and what brought it together. Maybe you've forgotten it. It's about reminding yourself of your dreams, your plans, your visions, and also another opportunity to appreciate your efforts together, appreciate your spouse, commend them for their areas of strength. It's not about castigating them for their weaknesses. No, that's not what the Sacred 15 is. So please, let it not be a time where you start bringing out what has happened in the past that would bring about arguments. No, this is a time of gratitude, appreciation, a time of encouraging yourselves, a time you could even use it to pray after everything, and commit yourselves, commit your relationship, commit everything that has to do with you both. It's a beautiful time of being together and being connected to the present life you are living together. So what will be the ripple effect on the children? Because I know I've said that over time, and many times couples don't know that their relationship has a way of affecting their children positively or negatively. Our children feel our marriage. You might not even have a fight in their presence, but I want you to know that the children, they sense tones in the family, they sense distance, and they can also sense warmth and love. When children see both parents talk together kindly, laugh together, it sends a message to the children. It builds security to the children. It makes them know that they are in a safe space. But whenever it is about arguments, hopefully no battering, it sends a wrong signal to the children and it affects them negatively. So your union, your marriage is like the emotional thermostat of your home. Your marriage, your relationship, your emotional connection with your spouse determines the atmosphere of your home. And this Sacred 15 is protective of one another. I'm not telling you that in this, for you to show your children that you love yourself, that you need to perform romance in front of them. No, that's not what I'm saying. Because many times, some of us parents could also be careless in that area of our relationship. We need to be wise. But there's nothing wrong for your children to see you hug yourselves, give yourself, a kiss and everything like that. But we should not show them that, we don't need to perform romance. I believe you understand what I mean. So the Sacred 15 is very protective. It's about reclaiming, that connection that is leaving your relationship, that is leaving your marriage, bringing it back, reconnecting and taking it back by intentionally putting aside 15 minutes daily, holding it sacred, holding it holy and with no distractions or no intruders coming in that time, because that is the time that you make sure you are connecting. So this is a time that we should guard jealously and we should protect it, because the truth is many things will want to give you reasons to make excuses to postpone it. But please, couples, don't postpone it. Amen. Please don't postpone this Sacred 15. This will really help you. So you need to protect what will protect everything else. When you protect your union, when you protect your connection with your spouse, you are protecting your children. You are protecting your legacy. So one day your children will grow up and the house will be quieter. You will become an empty nester. Your schedules will change. For those in paid employment, you would have retired, maybe doing your own business or whatever back at home, but taking it slow and steady and easy. And what will remain is the two of you. Many times my husband reminds me of that. He says, one day these children will go and it will just be two of us. So let us not forget ourselves. You need to keep reminding yourself, because if you neglect this connection for 20 years, for 25 years, and then you cannot expect that your marriage will be warm at the end of it when the children have left. So small things done consistently shape the outcomes quietly. I'll take that again. Small things that are done consistently, it might look like nothing. 15 minutes might look like, what difference is it going to make? But I can assure you that if you keep to it every day, and even on the days you miss it, the next day continue, you will be surprised how it will shape your connection, it will shape your communication, and your children will have a better picture of what marriage is about. Yes, there are times when you have your disagreements, but they will come to know that yes, marriage has its ups and downs, but there is a beautiful connection that they saw even in their parents' marriage. That is the ripple effect, positive ripple effect of this sacred 15 that Ifeno is suggesting to our dear couples and our listeners. So 15 minutes is not dramatic, is not glamorous, but it is sacred. Sacred means set apart. Sacred means special, because no matter, the responsibilities you have, you are telling your spouse that I will choose you again and again. You are also telling your spouse that we are not just surviving in this marriage, we are thriving. We are staying connected. That is what this sacred 15 is going to do for you. So if your marriage is feeling distant, if you are feeling, not connected, don't panic, don't worry. This episode is a reminder that you can start small. You don't need to make it so grand. It mustn't be dinner outside always. No, that is good, but I am bringing something that is sustainable, that is realistic, that is not too much, but if we hold it dear to our heart, if we say, oh, this is my 15 minutes with my spouse today, nothing is going to come between us. As long as there is no life-threatening emergency, please let us reclaim our marriage. Let us reclaim that connection with the sacred 15. Let us sit down tonight or whatever the time it is, make up our mind that this is something you are going to try with your spouse. It could be your husband or your wife listening to this episode. Please share with your spouse. Sit down and have this sacred 15, and let's protect our marriage that will protect everything. Let's reclaim this connection in our union that would make our marriages thrive. Thanks for joining us this week on the At Home with Ifeno podcast. Check us out on Instagram at Ifeno17 and on YouTube at Home with Ifeno podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch every new episode and leave us a comment so we can build a strong community. See you in 2 weeks' time.